Yo.
I don't know.
Who that? Oh yeah, all that man do is talk. You guys gotta block him out, bro. For your game.
Probs ain't doing choke during no games.
Oh yeah, facts. I'm about to wild out, bro. Just did my team justice. Niggas got D Rose coming off the bench. Do you know what that means?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Bro, I'm telling you, I was the best admin last year, bro.
Better than me?
Heck, bro, you ain't know how to make trades. Wait, why
What
did
do
you
you
make the
mean?
guy? I forgot.
I made great trades. The only thing, no, it was the last season I stopped doing good trades because they was letting some real like slippy like bullshit go through. So I was like, if y'all gonna let that go through, let me see how, like, let me just test your limits because they was really letting some stuff go through that didn't make sense.
Bro, I was a good ass admin. I was on all the time.
Double
Once I
teaming,
got
that's
it, I
gonna
didn't
kill
get
you,
trades
bro.
right away. I told them why I declined it or why I accepted
Missed? Oh,
Exactly,
yeah.
I told
They're
you
average.
I try to tell people.
A moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
You say you got rebounders now, so you should be able to grab boards, dude.
I'm not giving my nigga up. I can't, bro. I can't, yo.
Yo, AJ, you see these full bars with Lonzo, bro?
My nigga Alexander be putting in that.
What'd you say?
Work. Definitely did not say that. Definitely did not say that. Oh yeah, yo, bust Cartier ass. I'm busting that nigga ass by 30.
Bruh, look at the difference between, look at the difference of my team then and now.
Bro, you still gonna get this work.
No, dude, because I have a defender. I have more defenders. I had no defenders when I played you at all.
Look at you. Now it's he lagging. He going left, right. He talking about he lagging. This dude stay saying he lagging, dude. Stay. And before I even enter the league, people say you do that all the time. Hey, talk about I'm lagging, I'm lagging. Look at us.
You gotta do some squad now.
Yeah, bro, you lagging.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller.
Look at you, you
pushing
lagging.
through the contact, and he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Oh, shut up.
Quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Boo-bye. Get your internet right.
Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second is Watson.
JJ.
It's incomplete.
He's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's going to have to
AJ, his internet butt, bro.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Yo, bro. His internet can't withstand.
A shotgun snap.
Here, you can get the ball back. Here, bro. Here, bro. You got
This time he's got
it.
the
No, you
hook
got
up. It's complete. And he's got the first.
it. I'm gonna give you the ball. I'm gonna give you the ball back 2 times, man. I'm gonna give you the ball back 2 times, bro. I got you. I'm gonna give you the ball back 2 times, Prophet, bro. So you ain't gotta say nothing, dude.
This man Prophet internet. This boy got that McDonald's internet. That shit trash.
McDonald's internet might be better than his, bro.
No, you
Bro, you
didn't.
ain't upgrade, dude. You ain't
From
upgrade.
the gun, here's Watson.
Get you an Ethernet cord, kid.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And third down
Look at him, left, right, and you deserve the lag after that, left, right.
We've got to watch in this one.
Exactly.
Be effective on the passing down.
And your cable's not split.
And that's him.
If you have a
Oh,
cable
come
and you're
on.
lagging, something wrong with your
This is
internet.
taken at the 10.
AJ, you see this, dog?
Wireless.
A very
I
nice
still got
job on the
100 up
run
and
back
like
there. He'll get
77 down.
23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Go ahead, quit, bro. Go ahead, quit,
why
bro.
would you even
From the 32 now.
My question is,
Go
why
ahead,
did you
quit.
even try to play him? Like, everybody know he lags.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette.
Give me that.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3
Ah,
yards.
almost. I ain't restarting you, dude. It's over with. I'm playing
Pretty
AJ.
quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Yeah, nah, you wasn't. I was up, dude, by 2.
Yeah,
AJ, who is up,
the
bro?
moment I've been waiting for.
AJ, who is not? AJ, who is winning, bro? Who is up, AJ? Perfect.
On second down,
Not
here's
playing you
Fournette.
again, bro. You do this.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
What's the point? What's the point of rematching you, bro? If you just gonna keep saying you lagging, dude, I'm gonna play you when your internet is
nice
good.
game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Exactly. Play me later, dude.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
What'd you say?
He'll drop to throw.
Bro, AJ, you said something about the Lakers, bro. You already
And
got
he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll
Bro,
go
I
as a
bet,
gain
bro,
of
I don't
6
have
that
time
and
for
it
it.
moves the chains as well.
No. You're not picking the Lakers, dude, because I'll pick the Lakers if you pick them. Say it. Alright, come on.
Huh? Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Fournette, a first down carry.
16? Oh, man, that's terrible, bro.
One thing to keep in mind, partner,
That
especially in the
is...
second
Oh,
half.
I'm trying to get into a league with
no.
this fucking not even letting me back in the league.
I can just tell you, attrition does set in
AJ,
for
it says you
defense.
I'm just thinking merch,
You're
bro.
excited about hitting him in the first half? Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Too easy used to be active.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
AJ,
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return stops just
When
a
I
little
was
bit
at,
shy of midfield
Nikola
at the 48-yard
Jokic?
line.
told
So
him
the
that.
first interception of his career under center.
What you
and knew it was
mean?
going to happen sooner or later.
It has
Bro,
to.
when you was
And I know
Nikola
it feels like the
Jokic,
world
bro.
is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him.
He uses
"Hang in
them,
there,
bro.
my
That's
man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And movement
AJ
here
don't
by
ever
one
wanna
of the
do that,
Texans up
dude.
front.
He don't
In
ever
comes the
wanna-
flag.
I be
That's
being
profit.
niggas. I be being niggas in the Mavericks, bro.
The Texans
Nah, but
were penalized
Profit, that was a
124
Profit. That was a
times
good
last year,
game,
third
though. You
most
was
in the
lagging.
NFL, and now they
Not
come
me,
up
though,
first
AJ.
and 15.
Yeah, bro. You didn't start lagging, dude. You didn't start lagging until you was up by 1 point,
Back at
dude.
the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going
One
backwards.
down,
I would
that's
dare say
terrible,
They need
bro.
something good to happen right here, right
Father?
now.
I'm trying to play this nigga loose.
Damn, I got this. Nah, he really plays with the Lakers, dude. But I picked him so he can't beat him.
And
He's
he'll
better
get
on the
near
Lakers than the
45
Warriors,
spot
on me.
At the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
He not that. I mean, the
And
Warriors
Jags
ain't
have
that
5 in the
easy
secondary
to
here on
use.
third down. Out out of the gun. Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, but you're counting on.
He's leaving me wide, though, dude.
His elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Carlson, you lag
Bro,
literally every
I
game
normally
you
like
play.
That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense.
I normally pick doodle teams. I only pick the Warriors, dude, because all he picks is the Lakers, dude. I picked Lakers and Warriors, bro, and the only reason why is because I say, oh, I ain't gonna play you if you pick this and that. You be like, come on, John.
We were watching film, you said right down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a
why are you
long
jumping
afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Oh, what a juke into space! And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's
this man coming up with theories about his internet like he doesn't like every game.
You can always
tell. Why are you screaming, dude?
I remember being in college and wearing all off-season.
Bro, he is, bro. He didn't need to be screaming, dude.
Receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them.
I'm doing his ass too, dude. No reason.
Was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed
I'm 18, pussy bitch. You go to you do all that college talking about, oh yeah, get my education. You can't even afford good internet. So the fuck you talking to me for? I blew you out by 19.
An incomplete pass on 1st down that leads to a 2nd and 10.
Exactly. He mutes me when he knows he can't freaking have a rebuttal against what I say. He can't take the heat. That's why. Yeah, that's weak. That's weak.
Now back to throw.
That's a weak.
And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him.
Why would you kick me? I'm a GOAT. That boy. Shut up, Prophet. It's okay to be
looking
pressed.
To throw. And he's going to go down.
Nah, it's okay to be pressed, Prophet. It's okay to be pressed.
Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now 2nd and 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watson on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Talbot Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
What you get going up? What you get going up?
Here we go now. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. To throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. A try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I'm still in here, pussy bitch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The league broke right now. Yeah.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Oh, you're wild, bro. What are you trying to left with?
Tiger.
Yeah,
Richmond.
After the interception, here's Watson. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
My bad just moved. What do you mean? Oh yeah, how did I get on my bed?
Now a handoff to Miller. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A handoff to Fournette. And some strong running. Just bowling over tacklers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie as the Jags come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Zach Miller from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Watson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They come out here in the eye. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll go with Foreman, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there, punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
This dude said McHale. I'm dead.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sharp's got it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Watch him, man. You need to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Leopard, leopard. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is. But how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Watson off play action. Able to get away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Fournette. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out comes Houston. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Down! Green the line! Green the line! Reset! Richmond!
From his goal line here, Watson rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Watson now on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Pushing his way through. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Cole. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Safarian Jenkins has it, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Marshall. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Ayers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he fields it cleanly. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And here's Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. This is Marshall. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Black 99, fill it.
On 2nd and 10, Watson on the move to his left. Now it's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on this.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Floating one, incomplete. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Jacksonville, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get